It was a quiet, chilly evening when Emma and Tom were driving home along a deserted country road. The moon hung low, casting pale light across the winding path. The couple, just returning from a weekend visit with friends, were enjoying the stillness until they spotted something lying by the roadside. At first, they thought it might be a discarded piece of clothing or debris, but as they slowed down and approached cautiously, the shape revealed itself. A tiny owl, motionless and barely breathing. Emma gently stepped out of the car, while Tom kept the headlights trained on the scene. The owl, no bigger than a child's glove, appeared stunned. Its feathers were ruffled, and its eyes were half shut. It wasn't bleeding, but something wasn't right. Without hesitation, they wrapped the fragile bird in a soft scarf and carefully placed it in a box lined with a jacket. Back home, they made a makeshift nest in the corner of their quiet living room, away from the noise and light. They named her Olive. Over the next few days, Olive remained still, silent, dazed, and lethargic. Emma researched owl care, while Tom reached out to local wildlife centers. Since none were able to take the bird in immediately, the couple took it upon themselves to keep her safe and warm. They offered Olive tiny pieces of meat and made sure she stayed hydrated. A small heater near her resting spot kept her body temperature stable. They spoke to her softly and kept the room calm. Then, on the fourth morning, something changed. Olive opened her eyes fully and tilted her head with that curious owl expression. She took a few small, hesitant steps. By the evening, she was stretching her wings, fluttering gently from the sofa to the windowsill. Emma and Tom were delighted, and assumed this meant it was time to return Olive to the wild. They carried her to the edge of the woods and opened the box. Olive perched on the edge, looked around, and after a moment of hesitation, flew off into the trees. The couple stood watching her disappear into the night, a little saddened but proud. But the story didn't end there. The next morning, Olive was back, perched on their fence, waiting quietly. It was the first of many returns. Every time they tried to re-release her, Olive found her way back. She didn't seem injured anymore. She was strong, alert, and capable of flying. Yet she chose to stay. In the weeks that followed, Olive became more than just a guest. She followed Emma from room to room, perching quietly behind the sofa or calling out gently when one of them left the room. She watched television with them from atop a bookshelf, dozed in the kitchen while they cooked, and once even tried to steal a bit of their dinner. The couple grew used to the soft rustle of feathers and Olive's presence in their daily routine. She had made herself part of the family, not as a pet, but as a companion who had chosen to stay. Years have passed, and Olive remains a beloved presence in their home. She never allowed herself to be caged, nor did she need to be. Every door was left open, but she always came back. Some bonds, it seems, are not born out of need, but of trust.